Hi guys, Darth Deuces here, back on our Star Wars action figure review. Today, I'm going to be taking a look at some Black Series figures. I've taken a bit of a vintage collection and 3¾ inch streak of doing figure reviews because frankly, the vintage collection has been doing better than Black Series, which is something I never thought I'd say in this day and age. But vintage collection's been really stepping it up, so they've been putting out a lot of really great releases, and Black Series I feel like it's been lagging behind a bit. But there's a few more recent releases that I figured I might as well put some reviews out for. So yeah, first up here, we've got the Black Series Walmart exclusive Purge Trooper Phase 2 from the Obi-Wan Kenobi series. A figure that I didn't think I was going to own, if I'm being honest. Walmart up here in Canada is notoriously bad for their exclusives. You know, finding them in stores is a pain in the ass, and is basically your only option because they almost never put their exclusives on their website for whatever reason, and the pre-order thing is just abysmal. Usually you can't pre-order, usually you can't find them online, so your only option is going to the store and finding them. And good luck with that. I will say, as of late, I feel like it's been a little easier to find exclusives at Walmart, but it's still pretty bad. But I randomly came across this one just checking at Walmart when I was passing by, going a bit outside of my city where I live, and I'm really happy I found it. This is a really cool figure. I'm already a big fan of the Purge Troopers from like Jedi Fallen Order and the comic books. This one's a different one. Let me get their focus in here. This one is the one from Kenobi, where they changed the design for it, made it Phase 2. And in the show, you don't actually get a very good look at these guys. I'll be honest, a lot of the cinematography and the photography and whatnot is quite dark, and these guys are in dark armor, hard to see them. But having a figure in hand, I'm actually a really big fan of this design. I think these guys look super cool. Quickly became sort of like one of my favorite trooper figures in my Black Series 6-inch collection. But enough rambling and talking. Taking a closer look at the figure, it is mainly reuse of the new clone mold, but there is actually a fair amount of new parts here, one of which of course being the helmet sculpt. And I think it looks really good if it wants to focus. Let me get the light in here better. There we go. The helmet looks really good. I love kind of the angular, meaner sort of look. Looks like a stormtrooper, but it kind of has that almost Imperial officer, AT-ST pilot sort of helmet back to it, or almost Darth Vader like. I think it looks super good. The paint apps are also really nice and sharp on here. The silver for the mouthpiece and the little details. The red on these little vents, and then the red for the visor is super striking and looks really nice. I absolutely love how this looks. I believe this is also a new pauldron piece. I don't think this is reuse, although I could be wrong. It is painted nicely. A bit of a lighter shade of red on here. And then it has a little bit of silver detail on the black. It just kind of moves freely. You could pop off the head and take this off if you wanted to. But I think every single Purge Trooper had these pauldrons, so I could be wrong about that. I don't fully remember, but I think they did. And then the torso piece is actually new. It is a clone trooper torso piece, but you have these extra bits on the front here. These little details that they added on. And then he's got a bit more of a backpack on the go, which I think looks pretty cool. Nice sculpted detail. Not a whole lot of paint going on. There's a little bit of red right there. Then you got the normal clone trooper belt. And you do have a soft goods comma, which is very nice. It's got a little red trim on the front, which I think looks really cool. The legs are full reuse of the new clone mold, which is fine. As far as I know, that's accurate, but I guess maybe it could be a cheap out. I don't know, but they look good. They look accurate. And he actually also has new shoulder pads as well. They're a bit more angular. They got these kind of like, I don't know, ridges, I guess, on them, which is cool. They're both like that. And then you have the rest of the arm is just reuse of the newer clone trooper mold. But I think it looks really cool, and I am glad they actually put in the effort to do a decent amount of new molding for this figure. I like it when effort is taken to make the figures look accurate. But yeah, I just absolutely love how this trooper looks. Very intimidating, very striking on the shelf. I really like this guy a lot. It looks super cool. In terms of articulation, if you own the new clone mold, you know what to expect, but we'll go through it. He does have a dumbbell joint in the neck and as well as the base of the neck, so you can get him looking down a decent amount. It's not too crazy, but he does look down. He looks up a bit. A little bit of pivot, rotation. Ball hinges at the shoulders. They move up far if you kind of get the shoulder pad to flex, which you can do. They go up about that far. You do have the butterfly joint there. Actually moves okay for a Star Wars figure. That's a pretty decent butterfly. Single hinge at the elbow, which moves just past 90 and then rotates there as well. And then you have a single hinge swivel and then hinges at the wrist. This one goes in and out. This one goes up and down for blasters, so that's really good. Ball joint at the torso moves quite well. Crunches just a little bit, I guess. It could crunch better, I suppose. Back a bit, pivot and rotation. Hips have the standard joint you'd expect in them. They go out about that far, more or less. And then they kick out about that far. Swivel cuts at the armor there where it meets the bodysuit. Single hinge in the knee, which moves a bit past 90. And then hinges in the ankle, move up quite a bit, down decently, and pivot. So pretty good articulation. You can definitely get this guy in some pretty good poses. So that is very good. In terms of accessories, he does not come with much. He just comes with the blaster rifle. This is the rifle that was used by Death Trooper, the same sculpt as the Death Trooper figures use. And this is all it really needs to come with. As far as I know, they only use this weapon. I don't think they ever used any other weapons or accessories or anything like that. So as much as I would like the figure to come with more stuff, because it does have that exclusive price hike, unfortunately, this is all he really could have come with. I do kind of wish they would have given him some paint apps on the gun. It is just this gray plastic, so that's a little unfortunate. And especially for how decently well the figure is painted, it would have been nice if they would have put the effort in. But he does hold the gun very well in both hands, and you can do pretty much whatever, rifle poses you wanted to do with that. You might have to finagle the pauldron a bit, but yeah, there you go. And that looks, my bad. That looks pretty good. Yeah, so I absolutely love the look of this trooper. I think this one's really good. In terms of doing some comparisons here before we end off, we will do that and hopefully not try to knock my camera again. So here he is with the Phase 1, I guess, Phase 1 Purge Trooper from like Fallen Order and the comic books. The Clone Trooper with the Airborne Trooper helmet. I still really like this design. But honestly, I gotta say, I think I like this design better. This one's definitely the better figure. It poses much better. It's a bit more appealing on the shelf because of the red kind of pops. But I still really like this one as well. And they do look good together. I have two of these guys and I got one of him. So he's going to be the commander and these guys are going to be like the troopers. So that looks good. Here he is next to a Darth Vader figure. So I think that looks pretty good. My Darth Vader helmet is really dusty. That's my bad. And here he is with some Inquisitors. Here he is with the recent released Fifth Brother. And will be my next review. Actually looks almost a little taller than the Fifth Brother, and I'll get more into that in the Fifth Brother video. And here he is with Reva, third sister. I think they look good together. They go well with the Inquisitors, which is the main goal, I would say. And then here's a little bonus. Here he is with Trilla, the second sister. Again, I think they look good and look very good together. So overall, I actually think this is a really awesome figure. It looks really good. Actually has a decent amount of new sculpted parts. Articulates really well. The biggest downside to this figure is that it's a Walmart exclusive and it's overpriced because it's a Walmart exclusive. So if you can find it, I would definitely recommend picking it up if you're a fan of collecting the different troopers and whatnot. I think it's one of the better troopers they've done. He looks super cool. And articulates really well, fun figure to pose, all that good stuff. And if you don't mind the price, but I wouldn't like overpay for this or anything. Anyways, thank you guys so much for watching. Let me know what you guys think down in the comments below, and I'll see you all in the next video.